Hope we're live. Good enough for me. What's up, fam? We got 150 waiting at the start of the stream. Hyped on those numbers. Guys, make sure you're smashing the likes and subscribes. Share the stream on social medias. Let's get this stream popping. We've had some really fire streams. The more fire it is, the more inspired I am to drop alpha. So these have been some great streams. I'm going to kick it off today a little bit differently. Really quick, shout out to our sponsors. We got to do it. Bybit, Marketcipher. Awesome. Links in the description below. Check out crownanalysis.com, our newest project. Let's get into it. So I wanted to start today a little different. Let's get the hype going. Put something in chat if you're here. I'm going to do this a little differently, so I'm going to be reading. I wanted to start this off a little differently. Something really important to me is Bitcoin, obviously. People, I'm okay with really anyone's view on it, why they like it, if it's Lambos, if it's not, etc. I don't know. It doesn't matter to me as long as there's some passion there. I wanted to do something I've never done before, and I'm gonna I guess tell you guys kind of the way I see Bitcoin. It's not gonna be too long. I think it's a good way to start this up. So, in my opinion, Bitcoin stands as a beacon of hope for millennials. I'm a millennial. My life has no hope. We've gone through once in a lifetime financial crash over and over again. Bitcoin offers an alternative to the traditional monetary system that often favors the wealthy at the expense of the poor. The traditional monetary system is controlled by governments and financial institutions that profit off the backs of us or the poor through inflation, a steady increase in prices that erodes purchasing power of money. We're seeing record high inflation over the last 2 years. In fact, last year, at the end of the year, inflation was trending as the #1 political hot topic for 2024. Not sure if that's still true, but it shows you that the public is finally paying attention. If you've been in Bitcoin a long time, this is nothing new to you. We have been waiting and waiting and waiting with our tinfoil hats on, and finally it seems that the world is crumbling under this pressure. This makes it increasingly difficult for the working or middle class to make ends meet, while the rich continue to accumulate wealth. In fact, last year, I believe the top 1% accumulated 2/3 of the newly generated GDP, money, wealth, etc. That's terrible distribution, incredibly unhealthy. In contrast, Bitcoin operates on a decentralized, democratized system that is not subject to the typical inflationary pressures. This is what originally drew me to Bitcoin. I went to school for political science. I thought I wanted to get into government or law. And what I found was democracy isn't what I thought it was. We aren't really represented. We're kind of in this pseudo democracy where we feel like our opinion or our beliefs matter, but they really don't at the end of the day. Bitcoin offers something that the rest of the world has never been able to offer people, and that is a fair playing field. You may not see it that way, but in reality, that is what it is. Since day zero, it has been a fair playing field. Everyone gets into Bitcoin at the price they deserve. I love saying that. Everyone can potentially participate and benefit, and this gives millennials hope for a brighter financial future. I don't see any other avenues that offer this outcome. Additionally, the transparency and immutability of blockchain technology that underlies Bitcoin offers a level of trust and security that is often lacking in traditional financial markets. For instance, AMC, GME, that nonsense last year, I thought that really was going to wake everyone up. I'm not sure if it did, but it might have moved the measure on the needle a little bit more in our favor. The system is not fair. It is disguised as fair, when in reality, it is absolutely not. If the big actors are lined up to lose money, they can simply change the rules, and this is not true with Bitcoin. This further offers a sense of hope and trust for millennials that their money is safe. Didn't want to get too deep on you guys today, but I wanted to just say that. I realized I haven't said that in a while. There's a lot of things that, I don't like repeating myself. I feel redundant, but I realize that there are new eyes here every day. You guys are awesome. Our channel is growing because you are all bringing your friends and you're liking and subscribing and engaging and being here every day. So shout out to you guys. I hope you like that. Didn't really go the way I planned, but let's jump into the real content. Really quick, let's take a peek at our gainers. Let's turn the tunes on too. Let's get a little hype on here. Biggest gainers and losers, just looking at the top 10. We have Bitcoin, Ethereum, even Tether is up today with a modest 1.2%. BNB down a little bit. I have an interesting insight for BNB later in the show that it might be pretty inducive of why Bitcoin's going up, why crypto's going up, and are we in a bull run or a dead cat bounce? By the way, make sure to smashing the likes and subscribes, vote in the poll, chat, all the goodies. XRP up, BUSD obviously not. Cardano up a little bit, Doge down a little bit. Weird to see that. And Polygon at 2.1%. Solana kind of sneaking up back into the top 10 here. I believe it was briefly yesterday before getting beaten back down. Trading at $23. Man, that $20 call actually played out. Wild. Now the top of the top and bottom of the bottom. These are all really low market cap, so be careful. Rainicorn. I like the name, but I would never buy it. Up 96% today. Neutrino System Base up. Manifold Finance, Luffy, Alchemy Pay, Game Zone, BSC Pad, Tap, Share, Bonifta. I've never heard of any of those. What's on the biggest losers? Shikoku. Never heard of it. Taboo, Pendle, Blocks, Orca. I believe we've looked at FEG here. FEG, FEG. I think we've looked at this in the live stream, but maybe just once. Moon Sama. An Anchor protocol, but this is actually a different Anchor protocol. This isn't ANK, this is ANC. Down 10% today. Kind of spicy. Really fast, I'll update you on my live streamed trade. Our long is still long. I have not made any changes here. Currently up 164%. I took a low leverage on this, 6x, and we're up the better part of $3,000. So I feeling good about that. We're going to be checking out the Bitcoin chart next, looking into the question, is this a dead cat bounce? Is this a real rally? What evidence do we have in either direction, and what we should expect going forward in the future? So let's, without any further ado, jump into the chart, man. Let's do it. Is this it? This is it? This is it. All right, so something I wanted to show you guys off the bat, first thing today. This is the Bitcoin quarterly chart. It's not the entire history. It's Coinbase's history, so it's the majority. Each candle here represents 3 months. There are 4 of them in a year, and we can see in 2021, we closed 4 red quarterlies for the first time in Bitcoin's history. Truly a cycle of firsts. However, the hopium that I wish to pack into this bowl and pass to you, right here, our current quarterly. If you were here in the last streams over the last few months, you probably remember me repeating, if we close 4 red quarters on Bitcoin, I fully expect a green Q1. Exactly as predicted. I did not expect it to look like this, but hey, we're working with what we got. Trading up to 21.1. Last quarter opened in October at 19.4. So with 2 months and 16 days, all the way out into March, kind of a little far to really be betting on at this moment. Lots can happen in that time frame. In fact, we've seen a crazy amount of volatility over the last 2 weeks alone into 23. But we do see a bullish engulfing quarterly. This can again close in either direction, but this is actually very eye-catching. If we look back, we do see October actually did briefly trade into a bullish engulfing candle from July, so we should be weary that this doesn't always close the way that it trades. However, looking back, we can see this really didn't happen often. The quarter before, it did not. Actually, in April it did. Well, maybe my example here wasn't what I planned. I need to make better notes. But the takeaway here is the quarter closing above 19.4, 19.5 is looking extremely strong. In fact, let's take a peek. The last time we had a bullish engulf close on the quarterly was in April of 2020, which led us to 1, 2, 3, 4 green quarterlies in a row, taking price all the way from 6,300 to 61.7 for an 861% gain. Don't FOMO. It's not FOMO bait, but this is putting it in perspective how big a bullish engulf close could be on this quarter. So we're definitely going to take a look at that over the next few months. We got a lot of time. That is a great way to start. Great way to start off 23, man. F22. Cheers to 23. On the monthly, let's zoom it in. On the monthly, Now we do have a bullish engulf on the monthly that's looking pretty likely to close here. We're about halfway through the candle, and the number we need to beat is only 17.2. Anything's possible, but it is looking on the good side for a bullish engulf close on the monthly, which we did see actually in October, which janked up our month, janked up all of those higher time frames we were just looking at. So bullish engulf on the monthly doesn't necessarily lead to continued upside. However, in general, and we have a short coming out tomorrow, guys. Make sure you check out the short playlist. Put a lot of work into them. They're very high quality. But we have a short coming out tomorrow about about engulfing candles. So relevant. Currently bullish engulfed, but we are more importantly than being bullish engulfed, in my opinion, is we are trading back above our previous monthly high. Our previous monthly reversal right here at 20,500. We have 15 days to go, so could trade back below, or next upside target 23.3, our next rejection on the monthly seen in July and August. That would be the logical next resistance on the monthly time frame. As long as we're holding that, I'm feeling pretty good. Did not mean to get into this. Woo. Feeling pretty good as long as we're holding that. None of this so far tells us if this is a dead cat bounce or a real rally, but we're getting there. We're building up to it. On the monthly, money flow has come down. VWAP has crossed over. This is a very bullish sign that we have not seen since September of 21, and before that, April of 2020. Remember, April was the bullish engulf close on the quarter in 2020 that brought us to a new all-time high. Follow along, pay attention. Keep smashing the likes and subscribes. Momentum's rolling over. That has not happened. That hasn't happened since April 2019. 2019. That's a long time. Monthly time frame. We have many, looking at, I think, 6 monthly waning momentum candles. If we look at BLX, which has the full Bitcoin history, we will find that once these candles begin to wane on the monthly, once this bright red starts turning into dark red, accelerating selling momentum into waning selling momentum, every single time in Bitcoin's history, it has led to a significant rally. It happened back in January of 19, and it happened again in March of 2020 after the crash. So each time we've seen this, it has led to upside. The past is not a perfect predictor of the future, but that is pretty hopium. A little bit more to pack in your bowl there this AM. We're going to keep zooming in. Ooh. I actually haven't ever looked at this. The 50 monthly moving average, which is a line that was only ever tested in March of 2020. We are below it and actually heading back up, and interesting, that 50 monthly right at 23.3, right at our next upside monthly resistance. A great spot for someone to look potentially to close a long position or open a short position, looking for short-term retracement or reversal. Our 20 is sitting above us. I kind of like this too. Our 20 is right up here at 35. Our 50 is down here at 23.3, and those are our major resistances above. What this could suggest to me, at least on a monthly time frame, is even looking at the candles here, we have very inefficient price action in this zone. Inefficient price action is a magnet for markets. Typically, when price moves inefficiently, the piper must be paid, and price looks to return there to make that price action more efficient. So the way I'm seeing this chart now is we do have overhead resistance. In fact, that 50 monthly is pretty savage. But if we can make it back above, not just the monthly resistance, but we have the 50 monthly here, we're likely to see a move from 23 all the way to 35 very quickly. However, that is asking a lot. On a month that price is up already 28% halfway through, a close above 23 is a big ask. So there's absolutely no guarantee that will happen. Monthly Ichi, we've never actually had it so clean. I don't love this, actually. This is going to put a wrench in what I was just saying. I don't love this setup on the monthly. This really thin ascending cloud here is something that I've seen in the past that has not been a good sign. Let's see, right here on our way up in 2020, we had a very thin cloud, ascending cloud. We ended up falling. And the same thing happened back here. And this is the weekly versus the monthly. Same thing happened back here. In 2018, we came up on this really thin cloud and ended up going into a bear market below it. I didn't plan on, I'd never seen that before. Didn't plan on talking about it. Hopefully it didn't ruin all the points I have. Moving on to the weekly. We'll get through these quick. The 20 and 300 weekly moving average right here, doing a pristine bullish kiss. We went over this in the last stream. Very strong bullish signal, at least in my opinion, on the weekly, as long as price is trading above 16.8. 18.6, my bad. 18.6. If it can remain above that bullish kiss, we have seen these launch prices into space or into the ground. That is a very spicy setup. And the bullish kiss, by the way, don't bother Googling it. It's something I've invented. I've invented a lot of my analysis over the years. Someone's got to do it, right? Focusing just on the 20 weekly again, really quick, we have finally, it looks like, closed a significant candle above the 20 weekly. We haven't really closed at all above the 20. Very briefly in October, basically closed on it. And in March of 22, when we fell from 48K all the way down. This is a very bullish potential setup here. And that 20 weekly is obviously the target we're looking for on that bullish kiss. To return to that price level isn't impossible, but it isn't impossible. In fact, it would actually be like a very strong back test. I'm just thinking, when I was on the BitBoy AM show, I had a chart where I had two little paths, and the one path, I remember, it went right up to the top of this band. I wonder if I can find that. I can't remember what day I was on. Look at all these charts, man. Where is it? The trend. Ooh, I should pull that up some point. Meh, we'll look at it later. Basically, we were at the 20 weekly, and I said, well, we might look to test the 20 weekly, reject, move to the bottom of the bands, or move to the top of the weekly bands, and then back test what is, I believe, going to be right here. Maybe I had it a little higher. Back test, I guess this is resistance here, 20,009. I'll find that chart later. Anyway, don't want to get distracted. I want to get through what I have to say. We have a pretty nice setup down here with a longer moving average. So this is still in play. However, there's something that people are going to start talking about. I already, after we tweeted it live in our last stream, I believe, we already had other people tweeting within an hour. People, just pay attention. Pay attention to the analysts out there. There's a lot of LARPers. A lot of people who just find other people's stuff and post it. Nobody owns charts, whatever. I don't have any hard feelings. But it's funny, within an hour, all of a sudden I saw another another 5,200 death cross on the weekly tweet, and I laughed to myself because they clearly saw our post. Anyway, we look at this. The 50 and 200 weekly moving averages are looking to perform a death cross. That timing is roughly the beginning of February. People have been asking, what does this mean? Oh no, oh yes, whatever. What does it mean? In reality, nothing. We are looking at something that's measuring 200 weeks of price action versus 50 weeks of price action. This is extremely lagging. If you're down in a lower time frame, it'd be a little less lagging. But in general, when we see these crosses, especially at a low, we have seen rallies into them, is what it is. We have never, though, this is important, we have never actually had a weekly death cross. If we look at BLX, we'll see it came very close at one point, but there simply isn't enough trading history to be able to look back all the way like that. Our 200 weekly, I believe, began in October, at least on Coinbase. It's never happened. This is a first. It's been a cycle of firsts. And this is a spicy, spicy signal. The price at which it's looking to cross is roughly 25K. So that doesn't really line up with any of our horizontals. It doesn't really line up with any of our marked out monthly horizontals. But perhaps it does line up pretty well with the top of our weekly in August. 24.3. Time will tell. But this is extremely big. I expect more people to be talking about it going forward. And what it really is, the reason I tweeted it, guys, is I have seen news and FUD in crypto and how it affects markets. And as this rally was happening, I thought to myself, there is nothing better for this rally than to create a little FUD. So I tweeted it. It isn't actually FUD because it is reality. This is happening. It's never happened. We don't know what's going to happen with it, but I thought that it might help the rally out a little bit, and we have seen continuation. So I don't know. It's not my doing, but it made me chuckle. Our weekly has closed. Today is Monday. A very strong weekly close right at, it looks like, November's resistance there. That's the monthly. Pooh. Let me get this off. I'm just gonna wait. I'm gonna take this off and put down the weekly here. There we are. Right at the previous weekly rejection when we reach it down to 15.5. That's at 20,900, just below 21. That's a great close. It's a stellar close. In fact, I will go as far to say as this weekly candle was not, I'm sure you guys can find an example. Someone will say, I called it. I don't think anyone saw that coming. That is a wild candle. After some of the lowest volatility, this is some of the lowest volatility Bitcoin's ever seen. In fact, it was so unvolatile in this time range that it did briefly, if not still, have less volatility than the stock market for the first time in Bitcoin's existence. This is a wild 21% candle to kick off the new year. Very strong. I wouldn't have dreamed this candle in my wildest dreams a few weeks ago. Currently, we have traded higher. We have moved to a higher high versus last week, just slightly, with only, 18 traded hours in this week. So, nice little move, I guess. I don't know how much to say about that. Momentum on the weekly is up. We have exceeded the previous highs, and this can signal an uptrend. This can definitely can signal continuation. Ooh. Marketcipher B, finally money flow is beginning to roll back towards positive. That's absolutely what we want to see. VWAP has not chilled out yet. I love it. This is a higher VWAP high on the week. What do we need to see next, chat? We need to see our money flow low back here in October. We need to see that broken. We need to see money flow continue to wane, move back to positive, re-enter the market. And that, if we get that, if we see money flow completely roll over, I guess to answer your question, yes. If we see it completely roll over, I don't think we're looking at a dead cat bounce. I think we're looking at a real rally. If we see it kind of fake out, come low, and we see it roll back over into deeper red, then we're in that dead cat bounce territory. This is the weekly, so it's going to lag, and hopefully as we zoom in, we're going to find maybe some validation points that will be a little more timely. So let's go down. I want to look at maybe like the 3-day or 2-day, because we haven't looked at those time frames in a while. Guys, every time frame is valid. Every time frame. 69-second time frame, valid. 420-minute time frame, valid. Some, no, they're all valid. They're all equally valid. The longer or the more time it represents, the more confident. That's really the only determination on time frames. On the 3-day, this looks hella spicy. I haven't looked at this. I remember CryptoFace saying something about the 3-day. Money flow, it's hard to see because of this monstrous VWAP move. Very bullish. But money flow has actually exceeded its local high from December 5th. That is a very good sign for continuation on the 3-day via Marketcipher. Higher high on our MACD versus our previous move. That's decent. I don't use the MACD as much as I used to. RSI, very high. This continues to be kind of the worry everyone has. And it's not gibberish worry, because in general, when things go up, that's when you make room to go down and vice versa. And so RSI being heated, of course, is kind of going to catch people's eyes, especially those who are already having doubts or disbelief. But it is not. It's overbought. It's going down. Not at all how it works. And that mindset will definitely just get you wrecked in trading. Let's look at the 2-day. If it mirrors the 3, that it does, exceeding October's money flow high and VWAP high and momentum high. There's something to this rally. There's something to it. It's blindsided everybody. And man, I don't know. I should redo the poll. Let me see what we're at. 373 votes on the poll. I'm going to end the poll. I'm going to end it. I'm going to ask another poll, though I just forgot what I was going to ask. Oh well. We'll figure it out by the end of the episode. Really similar, really similar indications or indicators showing, I forgot, on the 2-day versus the 3-day. I totally forgot this was going to be the highlight. I tweeted about it. If you follow me on Twitter, go ahead and follow me on Twitter at tomcrown crypto. Some guy in 2009 took tomcrown, never posted, never tweeted, never followed anybody. Thanks, Twitter. This is what I wanted to show you guys. This is like the big reveal of the indicators, the alpha. So you might be familiar, you might not be familiar. I've explained this 100 times on this channel, but whatever. One more time for good measure, right? Let's make these all smaller. Good measure once more. This is a very interesting indicator. You can type it in on TradingView. You can find it. It's called hash ribbons. I believe there's multiple kinds. I just use the one that has the most likes on TradingView. We have something very spicy, very, very spicy. The hash ribbon indicator. This is something that people used a long time ago, maybe more religiously than they do now. On the weekly time frame, has finally signaled a buy. Shout out to Craig Zilla, who literally, I think maybe 2 weeks ago was like, check out hash ribbons, and that's why I had my eye on it. Literally just gave us the buy signal on the weekly close, 18 hours ago. If we look back historically, this has been a pretty good indicator. You might wonder, well, what the hell is hash ribbons? What is it, right? So I don't know all the specific details, but essentially what it's doing is it's making an attempt at judging how much it costs to mine, calculating like difficulty versus the current price. And I believe it's showing you when miners are at a loss in general. Mind you, every miner will never be at a loss. They all have different operating costs, but it's like the majority. If we look back, these buy signals have really measured or really signaled for some bottoms. Now, doesn't guarantee this one is, but July of 21, we saw a buy on the weekly. It moved to a new all-time high. I believe this was, for some reason, right here. November 20th, prices at 16K. We moved into the bull run. April 20th at 7,500. Price never went lower, moved higher. This one right here is maybe the most savage and only example I can find of a fake out on hash ribbons. It's December 19th, and technically it still wasn't. It traded from 6,900 all the way up to 10,500, which is a 55% move. However, it then dumped into March 2020, Black Swan, etc., whatever you want to say. So that's the only not great reading. Going back to the previous bear market, January 19, boom, flashed a buy signal at 3,500. In August of 16, $577, flashed a buy. You know what happened next? Down here in 2015, buy signal on these equal lows. It did trade lower, but historically, measuring hash rate or profitability versus the price of Bitcoin has been a pretty good indicator of bottoms. It didn't mark every bottom. It didn't mark them all perfectly, but it is something that I don't think really should be ignored. It's something that we should take into calculation. It is very spicy. Like, I guess, mind you, we could say, well, in 2018, that was kind of a dead cat bounce to 14K, right? So it also could mark dead cat bounces. That doesn't answer the question for us if this is a dead cat bounce or a real rally, but it's spicy. I meant to look at that first. My bad, guys. Let's zoom to the day. Right here on the weekly and daily, we have the same candle closes and opens acting as resistance. Ooh, but we might not have time for the, we might not have time. There's no time. We might not have time for this. We might have to zoom in on Bitcoin. We have to go down to the low time frames. We're getting a little bit of movement during the stream. Spicy and rare. Smash the likes and subscribes for a little bit of spicy candle action. I haven't looked at the low time frames yet, but it does. I mean, this looks like it's gunning for the high range just by looking at these candlesticks. This is a very aggressive climb here. Let's go down to the low time frames. We goofed this up. We didn't really make it all the way down. There's too much spice. 5 minute looking phenomenal. I don't know if I've ever seen it look so clean here. These momentum waves are absolutely gorgeous. We see that zero line touch, the higher low, coupled with 1, 2, 3 higher highs. Money flows coming up. VWAP's coming up. This is maybe some of the most bullish I've ever seen the 5 minute. Mind you, it's the 5 minute. So no matter what we see, doesn't mean moon now, doesn't mean it won't reverse. 5 minutes is very unreliable, but I love what I'm seeing. And just by looking at this, I think my initial take on what will happen during the stream is I think we're likely looking to play out the last live streams TA. If I can find it. Boom, here it is. The last live streams TA. This is what we were looking for in the last live stream. Somehow my arrows are gone. Boo. Well, I'll draw them again. My arrows disappeared. What we were looking for here is a flat-topped pattern with ascending lows. We drew it that way initially, but it is looking very much like this now. Actually, pull this up. Oof. Flat-topped ascending low. One of our favorite tradable patterns in crypto. Don't even know how many times I haven't seen this break out to the upside. It is very, very confident. All we needed was a break of our high. And so on this chart on Coinbase we did, but I noticed, because I tweeted yesterday it's pump o'clock because we broke it. And I was like, well, yeah, it's time to pump, right? I noticed though on other exchanges, maybe it's not Binance either. I was looking at a different exchange this morning and it hadn't broken the high. No comment. No comment. We were looking for a Fibonacci extension target. We used our swing high at 21.3 to our swing low at 20.2, and that gives us at our 1618 22K and our measured move target sitting at 22.5. That'd be a glorious run, and it does kind of look like we're going for it. It does kind of look like it. Before I get too final on that, let me look just through. I haven't even looked at anything else, man. Jeez. Our size coming up. Nice little boop. Okay. Let's go to the 15. Are we seeing bullish signs? What catches my eye immediately, nice bullish engulfing candle off this range low. That is a nice little springy price action. 15 minutes looking pretty glorious too. Not quite as glorious as the 5. We don't see those VWAP highs coming up. We do see momentum really trending in one direction. It's like a 45-degree angle up to the right. Money flow exceeding its previous high after a lower or a higher low on the negative side. Pretty good with the VWAP hasn't made a higher high versus these previous ones. It has right here, but it's still angled up. You can see that pulled up more. I'm digging that. MACD higher high on that increasing momentum. All right. So far, it doesn't seem like anything is looking to douse this right now. 30-minute higher high on money flow. Sweet. Not quite a higher high on VWAP. Not quite a higher high, but look at this kind of mud. It is muddy VWAP. I don't really know how to read that or what that means outside of look at the amount of volume or the amount of area that's being taken up on the positive side. Typically, VWAP does this. This is showing us that VWAP is moving up and remaining high. That's not too shabby. Off of a higher money flow, local higher money flow high, our next target, we're looking right here on the 30-minute. If the 30-minute money flow can reach 43.5, I think we see a larger move. I think we see a move. I don't think 22.5 is going to be, I don't think that's going to be a target for that. That would be very explosive. Just zooming out, we can see that almost all of this year has had green money flow on the 30-minute time frame. Very brief trips to negative. This is indicative of a very bullish, like a very strong uptrending market. That's pretty nice. I'll take it. Let's go to the hour. I'm trying to do these quick because I don't want to miss a move. Looking good. I have not seen a single time frame yet that looks like garbage. You do have some issues here with your highs and your RSI, but man, that's not going to scare me. Not after these rippers. Not after these rips. Ooh, I don't know if I've even ever seen this. 2-hour momentum. Very interesting. Looks like a double bottom there on your low for momentum. I'd like to see that continue to the upside and exceed this high for great gains, great victory. Money flow just dancing with this high. This, holy shit. I don't know what we're looking at. This is spicy. Now, all of these things look really, really good. You probably can tell by the way I'm looking at them. However, even though these all look really good, I would say that puts the probability in the side of continuation, and I would say maybe we even see some during this live stream. It could take until the end of the day. However, these are lower time frames, and they can be much less confident and less predictable. There's always a chance they roll over and reverse unexpectedly. But I really like what I'm seeing. I really like this. We have bearish divergence on our highs on this 3-hour time frame as our highs have come up. So this is not great. You don't want this. You have bearish divergence on your highs. Your RSI has been coming down while your highs go up. However, you also have on your lows bullish divergence. So you have both conflicting divergences again. Both. We talked about this in the last stream, but what do you do when there's both? I typically side with either the trend or the most recent divergence. The most recent divergence here would be our previous low right here. This would be our most recent divergence. If price moves a little higher and tops out and reverses, then that will be our most recent divergence. But for now, I'll side with the bullish, mostly because of the trend and what I'm seeing on lower time frames. Seems like a bad bet to go any other way. Seems like a bad bet. We are just in a sea of green on seemingly all these time frames. It's a dream. It's like a dream, fam. Know what else is a dream? All 713 viewers here. We're just warming up, guys. Crack a beer, roll a J, get comfortable. Make sure you've liked and subscribed. Share the stream on social media, etc. Rico super chatted. It didn't say anything. Rico says BTC mining cost indicator by Nilix. Okay. 2018, 2020. Now you can see it fits your bias pretty well. Well, buddy, I love fitting biases, so let's take a peek at that. Rico, OG, more OG than myself, actually. Very wise guy. That's what I love about this community. We have so many intelligent people, and we all share one thing, and that's the passion for crypto. We have all different takes, all different perspectives, all over the world, but I love it. It brings us together. So, Rico, Nilix. I've never actually looked at this. Ooh. Contact the author. Wait, Nilix Trend Scalper. It's not on TradingView, my friend. I don't think this is it, because it says Trend Scalper. It doesn't say. Rico, shoot me a message on Discord. Let me open Discord. Do you want to just shoot me a screenshot or a link? Because I don't think it's on TradingView. But I'll definitely take a peek. Oh my god, this. I don't know about you guys, but seeing these momentum waves, they're just sexy momentum waves, man. Like, it's like curves on a woman, man. Look at these waves. They're so, get me excited. Love it. I got Discord open. I don't know if you shot me a message, Rico. There you are. Just search mining cost. It will pop up. Well, that's not helpful. On TradingView, mining cost. BTC mining. Oh, there it is. Nilix. Okay, buy Nilix. I got you. I've never looked at this, but that is what exploration of analysis is all about. Looking at new things, taking new perspectives. Okay. I'm going to change this indicator right off the bat. I'm going to make this more visible. Let's see. Does it have any other options? Emission rate. So here's the thing, and this looks like a cool indicator. I'll definitely do a little analysis on it too. This is something that kind of just reminds me to do this. Is I say mining doesn't have a singular cost, and you can even see here in this indicator, you can manipulate what this will look like. This doesn't reflect poorly on the indicator. If anything, it's foresighted, but you can adjust what your kilowatt hours are, what your hashes are, and what your what the average cost of a kilowatt hour is, etc. And so that just goes to show basically that those are variables, and those are variables every miner is going to have differently. Some mining, believe it or not, some mining is done completely free. There is no electricity cost to the miner or hardware cost. The answer may shock you. I should make a clickbait article. But that is malware. Malware mining on the internet. When you open up a tab, maybe it's mining in the background. That costs you money, but doesn't cost the miner money. So that Bitcoin is being effectively created at zero. Kind of just fun fact. So this is pretty cool. We can see that price has actually interacted with this. It's looking pretty well on Coinbase. I'm not going to go all the way back. It didn't quite touch it here in the bear market low in 18, but it did seemingly find support in 19. Right before the March crash, traded below it, kind of popped right back up. And yeah, maybe this is what Rico was looking at. So it looks like as soon as we opened this candle, traded above this mining cost, we got this giant green dildo. So it's pretty cool. I think I would have to look at it on BLX, which I don't want to go too far with this because I'm going to get sidetracked. But you know me, man. I love getting sidetracked. I love Shout out to my ADD fam. We love getting sidetracked. Everything is a tangent within a tangent within a tangent. And our lives are hell, but we love it. Okay. Actually, here, we'll do both. This is BLX I wanted to show you because we've never had a death cross on the weekly. Just kind of throwing back to that. We came very close back here in 15, but it's never happened, and it now will happen. I know that that's weird to say or maybe scary, but it will happen now. In order for this to be avoided, Bitcoin would have to trade, I don't know, man, like probably to a new all-time high. Like it would have to really just go all the way back up in order to manipulate this 50 moving average to curl up in time to not death cross. However, again, it's lagging. So death crosses typically, by the time you see them, that price action's gone. You can go back a little farther. Well, that's not helpful. Basically, Bitcoin never interacted with this line. That's actually pretty spicy. Never interacted with this line until 2019. And then it looks like it's interacting with it now. Definitely a cool thing to look at. BTC mining cost indicator by Nilix. Check it out. It's free on TradingView. Okay. Let's get back in the zone after Rico distracted me. God, Rico. I love you, bro. I love you, bro. Okay. I forgot what my poll was going to be, but let's just do this. Engage with your audience. Start a poll. This weekly BTC candle closes. What do you guys think? Are we going to have another green week, or are we going to have a red week? Let's just vote that poll. Polls are good because they're more engagement. They're engagement. So engage, like, subscribe, share, vote and poll, chat in the stream. I haven't looked at any of the chat yet, and it's trying to get better and better at it. We're going to look at some altcoins here today. If you don't, I have some pulled up, but if we don't look at the one that you want to look at, guys, we have a new thing that we're going to try, and I remembered it, so that's sweet. We have a new thing we're going to try. After the live stream, if we didn't get to the coin that you wanted to see, comment on the live after it's live with hashtag and the ticker. So if you wanted to look at Bitcoin, hashtag BTC. And after the lives, before the next one, I'm going to look through and see what ones keep showing up or which ones we missed that you guys wanted to see, and we'll try to get them in. Or I should just lie and say, if you put it in there, we'll look at it next stream. Can't promise that. But that's the hope going forward. And what that also is doing is getting more engagement post-live, which is good for the stream and the channel. Okay, the hourly is chilled out, and now let's just zoom in on it and look at it. I'm going to look at the chat. Engaged. Thank you, Brad. Mark, consolidating 45-cent serum. I don't know what that is. Vet says Ricky Shaman. What's going on with Vet? We looked at it in the last live. Adam Stewart, sorry you're new to the channel, but can you tell me the name of the indicator on your chart? It has multiple color waves and blue waves. That would be Marketcipher B, which is 1/3 or 1/4, I don't remember, of the Marketcipher package. They are a sponsor of our channel. Link is in the video description below. I put it in the chat for you. It is, I heard CryptoFace describe it this way, the creator. He said when he started trading, he got obsessed with it, like most of us who are still around. And TradingView, I thought that was actually a really great story. It's really quick. TradingView, when you have a free account, only lets you have 3 indicators. And it's funny because I found ways around this too when I started, because I was like, that's not enough. For example, you'll see me use this multiple MA indicator. It's free on TradingView. And it has 5 moving averages, but it only counts as 1 indicator. Well, I think it was on Miss Teen Crypto's channel. She interviewed CryptoFace recently. He said, when I started, I could only have 3 indicators. So I wanted to build something that had all the indicators on it that I used. And it's funny because these are all the indicators I use. And I love Marketcipher. I love Marketcipher. Not just because they sponsor us, but for that exact reason. We have, I'll just really quick, the purple up here. Let me make sure, double check. Yes, I was right. The purple is RSI. This green and red line is Stotch RSI. And you'll notice when it is green, the Stotch is below the regular RSI. When it's red, Stotch is above regular RSI. I don't trade by that, but in general, those are considered bearish. If Stotch RSI is above regular RSI, you do expect it to kind of return to that median and vice versa, as Stotch is like an exponential moving average to RSI's regular moving average. Light and blue are momentum. Light is simply a shorter moving average for momentum. Dark blue is a heavier one. Red and green here is money flow, and that's money leaving the market or entering the market. And the yellow is VWAP. So there you go. I don't think I've ever explained all that before. But thanks for the question. Volodymyr. ALGO. Is ALGO moving? VRA. Daniel. You know, VRA I didn't have pulled up. I didn't plan on looking at it, but I did notice that it was... I haven't opened this since 2021. I didn't notice that it was trending today. So we'll pull it up. We'll probably have to make a new chart, though. We'll queue up VRA for today. Yeah, we're definitely going to need to make a bunch of changes to this chart. We'll do VRA. We've got some other ones. SNX says alpha glitch. OXT, sorry, maybe I miscommunicated. Feel free to put them in the chat as well while we're live. But after the live, if we don't get to your coin, hashtag comment the ticker on the post live. And for the next live stream, we'll either queue them up or we'll kind of pay attention to which ones are asked about a lot and don't get viewed. Because I'm a dinosaur, man. I don't like stotch. I'm a dinosaur, so I resist looking at new things because there are so many options. You can't cover everything. Can't be on top of everything. What's up, Alton Henderson? Hit the likes, guys. Thank you. Long Mountain, get that data. Heck yeah. What's up, Sung Tae, Darko, Crypto Birdie, Riki, Shaman, I think I shouted you out. Christian Pinto, Fakrul Mishu, Ultra Chaos Steve, my best bud. Good to see you, man. Sung Tae Kim, Trick Shots, The Graph. We haven't looked at The Graph in a while, and it has been on my radar. I've seen it pop up. Elias Varan, Zill. We'll look at Zill again. We're gonna flip through all of the charts we looked at in the last stream. Pickle, you don't gotta timestamp them all. Although if you want to, but that might be hard. Omi, SNX LTC, what's up? Old Rounder Bro, Wick 58, XRP is looking sexy. It is looking sexy. We'll take a look at that. Faux show. What do I think about Crow? Hey, Ultra Chaos Steve. Someone else is looking at Crow. Spicy. BTC going down. Going down? I don't know about that, man. I mean, maybe in the future. Right now, it's not a green candle. Thanks so much, says Natu Hama Felix. Thank you for being here. Mina GRT, what's up? Crypto trading blockchain. Olex, Gala, we'll look at Gala for sure. Serum is on its way up, says Mark. Hello, Viper. How you doing, man? Matic, we got Matic. Zill, Varun, Vet XRP, Casper. You know, we never followed up with Casper. We looked at it one stream, and I don't think it ever... Maybe I didn't set alerts, but we'll pull up Casper. Do I have a disc? Do I have a disc? I've been getting into charting and would love to learn more. Zach Ferguson. I love it. I love it, man. My biggest gripe about the bear market is there's no new people. And so there's no one really like looking to learn. Like there are like, I don't know, all 700 people in here probably. People who made it through the bull market and survived through the bear market and are building their skills there. And that's very admirable. It's exactly what I did. But there's no one I get to shill my playlist of educational beginner content to. Absolutely check out the beginner content. These are fire shorts. I'll pin it. Check it out after the live. Bookmark it. These are fire. I'm not going to play the whole thing, but these are extremely high quality. I work with an editor on these, and they're kind of the masterpieces of our channel. So check them out. Let me know what you think. If they're helpful or not. Feedback, topics, always looking for good stuff. All right, my chat just refreshed. Monero, absolutely, we'll look at Monero. What's up, General A6? Phantom, Lucky Thoughts. I don't know if I've looked at Phantom. Where do I see LiteCoin going before the halvening? McNaz, thanks for the super chat, my friend. Yeah, the super chat. We'll look at LiteCoin. My next target for LiteCoin is 121. Still waiting on a break of that trend. Sometimes fortune doesn't favor the bold. F you, Matt Damon. Matt Damon caused this bear market. I called it years ago. Long-term prediction on BTC, Lewis. We'll get there. By the way, after the live stream, this will be timestamped. So if you miss different parts, you can go back and see kind of the pieces you wanted to see. Shout out to Mr. Pickle. He's been doing those for us. Huge help. Adding a lot of value. I love it. I love it. What's up? Burned by Satama. Bro Tip. What's up, brah? Bro Tip and OG. OGAF here. Good to see you, Ming. Okay, Daniel Wheelock. Pin it. You need it. I pinned it for you. Bookmark it. Actually, that is the one that's organized by like the most views. So I would watch that if you haven't watched them. I'll put another playlist here. This one's organized by newest. So this is the one that you should bookmark. There we go. I'll put bookmark. Bookmark. Message pinned. Undo. Replace pin message. Okay. Keep on. We're going to keep on going. Ethiel Digital is long. I'm long too, bro. We're long bros. We're long bros. Getting long together. All right. I read the chat for a little bit. Bitcoin hasn't been moving too much. Maybe we're seeing a little flaggy here, but that's probably just reading into it. I just find it very hard to bet against the sexiness that we're seeing on these indicators. Like, oh my God. I haven't seen anything like this in a while. Jump in the Discord, that's right. After the live stream, if you're in the Discord. Ooh, I just knocked over a new pair of sunglasses. Not great. Should show you guys. After the live stream, we airdrop Bitcoin. I make you all Bitcoin holders just by being in there. So make sure you jump into the Discord. All you have to do is hit the verify button to make sure you're not a bot. That's it. You don't have to do anything else to get the airdrop. I got these sunglasses off the internet because these ones are getting harder and harder to find. These are the same style, but they're significantly darker. I was going to wear them today, except it's really hard to see the screen with them on. So I don't know what the hell I'm going to do with these. Maybe we'll do a giveaway. Maybe I'll send them out to people. We'll see. Your long Soul CPX. LRC's ripping, Timothy. We looked at LRC. We can look at it again. Why long after a big green candle? Good question, Ryan. Not ideal. This long was taken from 16.5. 16.5. It's what? It's a nice $10,000-$12,000 position. Ripping and rhyming. We don't like to short, or we don't like to long green or short red here on this channel, but people do as they do. We can't stop them. We cannot stop them. We can only show them. Ooh, Crow. Looks like Crow is sneaking up here. Crow and QNT. We'll look at both. We'll look at both. Let me pull up Crow. I know I don't have that thing. I know I don't have that pulled up. Womp. What sucks is all the charts that I had like on what this was probably. Why is that? I guess Hobei unlisted them. I don't know. Maybe we should look at where's crypto.com. Why is I just realized this. Why is crypto.com not on TradingView? Is it not on TradingView? I mean, there's crypto, but that's not crypto.com. That's like crypto data. Weird. All right, screw it. And since it's an exchange coin, it's not like on other exchanges. Where's the right history for this? Where's the right history? I guess we can go to Coinbase, but I know for a fact they're not going to have all the history. Use Qcoin. Qcoin probably has a long history too. Probably. Skilling. What the hell? Skilling. All right, Qcoin. There we go. That's the history I was looking for. And shout out to Ultra Chaos Steve. He pointed this out this morning when I was getting ready, and I didn't even notice. This still isn't the full history. I know it traded lower than this, but that's okay. I know it. Steve, if you're here, actually, you know what I'm going to do? Instead of even asking, I'm just going to go look at the screenshot you sent right before the stream. Hey guys, join my crypto server, says some guy in our Discord. AKI, Aki Daddy. Bro, really bad form. That is, I was a beginner content creator, and I posted my link and other people's things too. I was guilty of that. Extremely bad form, dude. It's very rude. I didn't realize it at the time. But what it's going to do is it's going to make you a lot of like enemies. I'm not your enemy for that. Like I said, I was there, but there are so many accounts that still have my Twitter blocked from it. Like, don't do that. In reality, I know if you're a new creator, maybe you're a scammer, I don't know, probably a new creator, and you just want to get it out there in a community of people who might like the content. I get it. However, the problem is that it really, really just comes off as scammy, as that's what all the scam bots do. So, yeah, just a little pro tip for you. I think you have it on OKX. What? Is it OKX? Huh. Steve, help us. Steve. Let me add him. So hard. What exchange for Crow? Steve's our resident Crow master. He's the Crow master. Where's the freaking history, man? It's now called Cronos. Big Tuna, what's up, man? So I don't know if you guys know this. So that means that it was Monaco. Crow used to be Monaco, and then they like messed with everything and like changed the supply, and it made you swap your Monaco for Crow. And so now they're going from Crow to Cronos. I don't know, man. You're tripping if you don't think Bitcoin will go back to at least 18 to find support, says Brandon. I might be tripping. Steve says OKX, but that's not the whole history either. In fact, that's less history than Qcoin had. We'll go with Q. We'll go with DQ. We haven't looked at this in a while, so it's probably time to start a new chart. I know there was more history than this, though. It bugs me. My OCD ADD is bugged. So this is what I'm pretty sure Steve was showing me this morning, and I'm pretty sure that Steve's spot on here. What we see on Crow, at least on the history we can find, is 5.5 cents. This was the bottom in 2021 in January, and we have seemingly found support there again on the week. We had a pretty catastrophic drop from like 12 cents down to 5.5. We bounced, we consolidated, and now we popped back up. Is this enough to say that it's running back to an all-time high? Nothing is enough to say. We're not going to find that, even if it is. But what we can look at in a more analytic way is we can look at the retracement and say, well, has it begun retracing, and how far has it, or how deep has it retraced? We see here at 6.7 cents, it has begun retracing at the 236. If something goes down and moves up but doesn't return to the 236, it isn't in retracement yet. So Crow is in retracement. The 0.5, or the most common retracement point, is the midpoint between the high and the low, 8.4 cents. That's seemingly where we've tapped this week. Above that, our golden retrace, our golden Fibonacci, 618, is at just under 10 cents. I'm not sold that that's going to be the value I'm looking for. And I am correct. And I'm correct. Slightly above. This was what looks like to me the support back in June. It was tapped. It was broken. 9.58 cents. This would be a very logical upside target for Crow. It would be a golden retracement, and it would be back testing a previous support as resistance, so a liquidity touch as well. The whole chart, though, is pretty sweet. With this giant double bottom, it makes you think. It makes you think. Where's this going to go? If we look at the greater swing high to swing low, we actually haven't reached that 236 yet. So in a macro, Crow actually isn't retracing yet. It will begin retracement on a macro time frame above 10 cents, which just so happens to line up really well with our 618 there. Man, 10 cents looks pretty juicy for Crow. Even if it rejects from there, it looks pretty juicy. We have bullish divergence on our weekly time frame with a lower low in RSI despite no lower low in price. That's juicy. Weekly looks all right. I mean, really just the VWAP looks good. Money flow looks all right. Kind of trashy. Momentum's up. Let's add some, let's see. Weekly TK. We had a lightning strike. Another thing I've made up in crypto TA. Lightning strike of the TK here. Price moved up. Our Kaijun sitting at 10 cents. All roads seemingly leading to 10 cents on Crow. I have pretty high confidence that it will make it there, but I do not know what will happen after it does. It could reject, go back, test the lows, could blast right through it. I have no idea. Weekly 20, perfect touch. This is a very bad time, in my opinion, to take a position long on Crow. Even though I'm looking for that 10-cent target, we are right at that 20 weekly. I think the short, we've been getting wrecked on these, so I'm not going to take this one. But I think the short is the play only because you are near that resistance and you're at the 20 weekly. Where would I look to take a short? Well, I wouldn't take this trade, so nowhere. But maybe just back to that weekly consolidation, 6.5 cents. Probably can look to make a stop. Like, I would probably keep it tight. You could put it above support, but then you're really opening up your risk there. Ideally, this would be the trade, but that's a 1-to-1, and that's a crappy trade. Let's just, I don't know, do it like that. This would be the ideal or the logical move. I don't like it. I think really what we're looking at here is Crow is in a range. It's like 5.5 cents, maybe up to 12 cents. And where are we? We're right at the middle. That 0.5 retracement shows us that. We're right in the middle of this kind of hypothetical channel. So to take any position is not really wise. In the middle of the channel typically means you've missed the trade. In my opinion, it's always better to be patient. You can look to take a more confident short up at that 10 cents. Your stop can be a little juicier. And you're probably targeting the same level to the downside. Crap, I did not mean to spend this much time on Crow. I'm a mess. Smash the like button for being a mess. And then inversely, you could always look to take a long position from there as well, off support. So the gist of it is long support, short resistance. Don't trade in the middle of channels. Practice risk management. I don't want to spend any more time on Crow. It does look really good. I honestly would not recommend betting against it right now. I would rather see that 10 cents tested. It really looks like it's coming up. Money flow in the daily is rolling over. Things are looking pretty sweet for Crow. Noice. Let me flip back to the chat. Whoa, what just happened? I have no idea what just popped up. It's probably nudie pictures of me. I don't have any nudie pictures of me, so it's probably not that. Checking back in on Bitcoin quick. Maybe a really low time frame, 5-minute descending channel. If we reject off this wick, I see that pretty smooth. We'll see what happens. Let me refresh the chat, see what you guys are looking at. Would I accumulate now, Crow? I just kind of went over that. If I was a real believer, here's the thing is, as a trader or as like a fundamentalist believer. Like for me, I'm a fundamentalist believer of Bitcoin. I don't really believe it's ever a bad time to buy Bitcoin. But as a trader, there are times when it's not a good time. I don't think it's the ideal time. That may be wrong. Fakrul wants me to look at Bake Token. Maybe. Was just crown analysis, was it? Oh, okay. Is it? I'm not going to risk it. Oh, actually, it was a link to Bybit for some reason. I don't know how I clicked that. Link to Bybit. Shout out to Bybit. Sign up, trade with me on Bybit. It's honestly like the best derivatives exchange there is. They are our sponsors. We're going to look at more. We'll look at GRT. MS, no reason to spam. I appreciate it. Feel free to, type in the chat a lot. Please don't just copy and paste the same message a million times, though. At least mix it up. Really quick here. This is our Bitcoin divided by M2 supply measurement. Just to kind of rehash here, this is a calculation I've made. We were looking for the weekly to move up to 1,000, and exactly as predicted, it's moved back to 1,000. We really nailed this move from very early. Very early. The next upside target is about 40%. So make your extrapolations out. On Bitcoin, what would a 40% move do? 40%, damn, that'd be 33. All right. If you say so, chart. Time will tell. Let's look at Casper quick. Someone wanted to look at Casper. We haven't updated. Last time we looked at it, we placed this channel and said you could look to long the bottom, short the top. Nothing has happened. You've broken some local highs on the day. You do have a nice uptrending move with higher highs and higher lows. That's good. But you're really just in this channel. Not a ton to really do there. Really need to see that move up or down. Don't copy and paste. Don't copy and paste. That's right. Crypto cowpoke. Now so like putting spam in the chat is engagement, right? So we don't want to discourage that. But if it's, I don't know, just repetitive and annoying and clouding up the rest of the chat, that just kind of takes away from other people's experience. For some reason, the chat box is gone. Oh, that's all right. So just be mindful of others. You know, feel free to be liberal with it, but just, yeah, don't go too crazy. Don't do it too crazy. I think really what it is spam all you want, but just know that spamming it doesn't at all get me to read it. Like, if I'm not reading the chat, you could type it infinite times. I'm not reading it. My brain is elsewhere. I'm too ADD. Yeah, I don't have anything else to say on Casper. It had a nice weekly close. There's just really not a lot going on until you break these ranges. I have alerts set for both, and so I will know when it happens. I said I would look at VRA. Let's look at VRA. It is trending. It's trending on Twitter. I almost twittered about it because of that, but I didn't. I spent too much time in the bathroom. The old second office this morning. VRA. Nice. Bullish Engulf on the month. Just looks like it just happened. 00314 and 00322 is what it's trading at, so slightly above the previous month's high. I definitely see, I don't want to say this is problematic. I don't want to say it's problematic, but it is what it is. What we see here is on the way down 2 defined monthly order blocks. Now, when markets reverse and start ripping, these don't matter. Like, they just get thrown out the window. Maybe you see a pullback at them, maybe you don't. But these are kind of stacked right above price. So I don't want to say my warning, but what I would be aware of if I was trading is you have 2 pretty defined zones of resistance, and that's 005 and 0038 above you. If the whole market is really going bullish, maybe it just moves right back up. But this is more of the price action I would expect to see from those order blocks, typically. The thing that makes me uncomfortable is look at where this is bottomed. Now, we've seen this on a few coins where it's kind of seemingly randomly bottomed, like Bitcoin. 15.5 is just not an important level. Randomly seems to have bottomed there for now. 022, below. This is where all of your efficient price action is. This is where all your historical liquidity is. You didn't make it there. This kind of knifey bounce, it can happen. It can be the reason. Oh, wow. Did anybody just see that? Holy shit. I was just about to rant about knifes, random reversals, and then I whipped the fib out. Holy shit. If that isn't dead on, that's dead ass. Dead ass on. 022. 002. Dude, that's wild. All right, so here's your story. This actually looks a lot better in my opinion from this. Look at your swing low to your swing high for VRA. You have broken your market structure up here at 1.1 cents. You never back tested it. You simply fell. You made these order blocks. You hit a monthly low. You closed. Now we bullish engulfed. This would be really random if it wasn't exactly, and I'm saying exactly at the 618. Exactly at the golden pocket retrace. I don't know if I've seen any other charts have this be this like specific. That's eye-catching. The first test for this chart is going to be closing the monthly above 00314. Close the bullish engulf on the month. Show me the bottoms in, or at least the local bottoms in. Show me. Don't tell me, show me. And then this looks very good. Let's zoom down to the week. I keep doing it. I don't want to spend this much time on every chart, but I just keep finding gems. It's not my fault there's so many damn gems out there, man. You just keep finding gems. That is a gem. I want to tweet this. I'm not going to tweet it right now. I'm going to put it in the Discord. That's spicy. Mind yourself, resistance is above, but damn, dude. Damn. Pretty efficient price action even on the way down. That's kind of cool. Weekly looks like the rest of the market. There's not a lot going on there. No bullish divergence on your low on the week. Let's go to the day. Daily rolling over? Question mark. VWAP's a little threatening, but money flow is right at 0. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. You're at risk of bearish divergence on the day. Your RSI is at the highest point in local RSI price action. However, it's not the highest point in price. Bearish divergence, however, that bearish divergence is nullified or invalidated at 4.0046. If you can trade above that, boom, no more bearish divergence. Then you're just locked and loaded. Let me put alerts here, because this is a strong daily candle already. It hasn't broken 2 days ago's high. I would be paying attention if I was interested in this. I don't think I own any VRA. I don't know what it is. Wow, that's beautiful. You guys seeing what I'm seeing? Am I just like, do I just have like chart madness right now? Bull madness? Or is this chart really spicy? It's really spicy. I'll answer for you. This is really spicy. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. You've got the parabolic trend. You see the trend lines are moving at an increasing gradient, increasing angle. They're getting steeper. You have a pullback. You didn't break your low. You test the top. You have a higher low again. So that's 1, 2, 3 higher lows. Boom, you test the top again. We now have, I'll say on 3 touches, we can confirm a flat top. We have a flat top ascending low setup. Another one. Now we can see another higher low return. See another one. You can see that kind of ad infinitum. Doesn't really tend to happen though. Really like 3 or 4 touches is about it. But we usually look for a break to the upside. I think 00377 to 004. I think that's a go. That's a go. This chart's spicy. This is a chart of the day. This is the chart of the day. And you've broken now. I think while I'm talking about it, its ears must be burning. VRA's ears are tingling because it just right now, as I was saying how great it looks, broke that high. Oh, this could get spicy fast. I'm going to set an alert just a wee higher, and then we're going to move on because I can't stare at this all day. I'll do that after the live. I'll do that post-live. All right. We're still going. I have no idea. We've been live for like an hour. Not bad. We're not going to do like 2.5, 3 hours again today, but we're not done. Make sure you guys are still smashing the likes and subscribes. Share the stream out. Help us grow. By the way, we're racing Bitcoin to 100,000 subscribers, and we are winning that race as of this year. So let's go. We got 832 watching, almost 1,000 people here. We have 450 likes. We've already hit 420 likes. Everyone, pick up your bowls, your papers. We've earned our 420 license today. Congrats. Well done. Let's go for 690. Let's go for 690 likes. If you haven't liked yet, if you haven't subscribed, join the fam, guys. What are you waiting for? Help us beat Bitcoin. We've had a few new subscribers. Actually, looks like a lot. I'm Harden. Nice. Crypto Econema. Serpent X Tech super chatted, but I didn't see the message. My bad. Mick Naz 98.6 asked about LiteCoin in the beginning. We can look at LiteCoin next. My bad, brah. I know I said 121, but do I have it pulled up? It would be blasphemy to not have this pulled up. Let's go. This is a good chart. This is a good. These have been fire streams, guys. I hope I've been dropping the alpha as I have been. I hope I did that again today. I hope I continued that out. But we're not done, so there's still time. LiteCoin. My favorite coin other than Bitcoin. And the few others that fall into the LiteCoin family. Into the Bitcoin family like Monero, etc. Yeah, you're looking for a halving prediction. I'm not going to give you that. I don't do that. I don't do that stuff. It's just like, I can tell you what you want to hear, or I can tell you like what I think, and maybe they line up, maybe they don't, but like, we're all going to be wrong either way. That's too far out. We still have like 200 days to the halving. What I'm looking for though, in LiteCoin right now, is this. We are at a major descending trend line. Price is interacting with it very consistently, extremely consistently. it has traded above, closed below, traded above, closed below, traded above, closed below. So that's not what I was hoping for. However, with this run up, we've looked at this pattern and how it mirrors Bitcoin in September, October of 22. We spotted this all the way back here, like back here in, before this year. We're looking for it to continue running up. That being said, I probably am looking for this price action. We had a resistance at 79.40, hasn't been tested as support sufficiently. Could see a back test of that and a run. We have $100 as a psychological level. Not really, in my opinion, going to end a run up at a psychological level. Doesn't happen often. Likely though, this is where it takes a breather. So let's maybe signify it like that. During this breather, it could look to back test that descending high trend, or it could flag up. But 121, if we escape this descending trend, I am absolutely looking for 121. That is a very historical price to LiteCoin. There's liquidity there. It's all going to come down to, though, the break of that trend line. Let's make this actually thicker. There you go. So you can see it. That's what I'm looking for on LiteCoin. That's about it. I'm very bullish on LiteCoin. I have been bullish on LiteCoin just before anybody, man. At times it feels I'm the only outspoken YouTube and content creator that talks about LiteCoin. I've always had the same opinion. Zill, Quant. All right, let's look at Zill and Quant because they're huffing and puffing. Live stream trade up $3,000 now. It's not going to be easy to find these. I have so many tabs. I want to look at we'll look at ICP then too. This Decentraland ripping and rhyming. Loop ring. Someone said loop ring. We'll look at that too. Actually, let's just real quickly. We're just going to really quickly look through all the charts. This is Dogecoin. What we're looking for on Dogecoin. Finally, we got the alert. We're looking for this descending triangle. This is on Doge BTC pair. And we were saying, well, this is actually looking kind of weak. It's below resistance. We could see it follow this descending wedge pattern before a breakout. But I said, looking for 10.69 cents on Doge. If Doge BTC can break up past 450. It did not. I still think that's the target. However, with this loss in Doge BTC, maybe that would suggest a back test of this resistance 781 before a move there. I'm still looking for it though. Doge is looking good. The BTC pair is really the only weakness I'm seeing on it, but it does have a strong support that if it tests it, as we saw in the last stream, Doge BTC, if it tests it and runs, then will look almost eerily the same as its USD chart. So Doge support below 7.81, resistance above 1069, let's call it. Let's recap ICP. We were looking for ICP to move to 535. Tell me TA doesn't work again. Moved to 535. Now we have a red candle. We have some top wicks. I was looking for a backtest of 434. We'll see if it comes. That would be structurally very sound. If it keeps ripping, I think you retarget your August highs close to $10. That'd be pretty good for ICP. Algorand just following the squiggle, man. Algorand, I'm looking for 30 cents. Support below 15.5 cents. So it's bumping up on a November's resistance here. I'm looking for 30. Easy peasy, Algorand. Let's go. Ethereum Classic. We were looking for 1920 up to 2378. Boom, we got it. There it is. Now, again, following potentially ICP, maybe we see it come back down, test this resistance as broken as support. 1991. I'll call it 1991. Now, it did consolidate there, and maybe you even get kind of skunked there with like 20.5, the daily consolidation high here. Maybe that. But your next upside resistance on ETC is going to be 25.66. I think that is going to come. It does kind of look maybe in this month. It's a pretty macro resistance. ETC has behaved beautifully, and I will update you guys as soon as anything changes here. I guess I don't have alerts. Setting my alerts so I'll know to check on it. Mana, holy shit. Mana has just been ripping. Mana went from 30 cents all the way up to 72. It's right back to its November high. I mean, it's definitely at a resistance. Probably 75 cents. You can see that as support here, resistance here. So again, maybe we'll follow the same thing. The whole market does move pretty in sync. There are some scragglers and some deviations, but this is probably what I'm looking for. If Mana can hold that high, if it can, I mean, it doesn't have to test the support, but I would be a lot more confident on entry there at 58.1. If it does back test 58.1, I think that'd be a strong long. A strong long, right? Right? Strong long. That's a pretty big downside, but I'll keep it because the upside's pretty big too. I could look to play it some way like this. At the moment, if you're saying, but Mana's up, should I buy it right now? At the moment, I 100% would be of this opinion. Boom. I would not look to long it now. I would look to potentially short it back to that resistance and then go long. By the way, guys, I haven't said this. None of this is financial advice. I know everyone says that, but please don't just copy what I do. Don't just copy the trades blindly or something that I put up here. They are not, one, I don't take all of these. Two, they are very theoretical. And three, I am often wrong. Do not think if you just copy what I put up here, you will make tons of money. Sometimes I don't have a lot of time to put into these, but in general, guys, the point is so that you can see I have been a successful trader for many years. Not even a brag, just saying. So you can see the process that I go through to look at charts, examine charts, break them down, and create trades. This is also, you can have the tools to do it. It's not for you to just copy. I can't stop you, but I'll tell you, you probably won't do well. Copying trades is a dangerous game. Anyway, moving along. Let's see what else we got. Heart. We were looking for Heart to move to just 1.5. I don't know when we looked at this, maybe 2 days ago. It looks like it's on deck. There wasn't a lot of TA to do. This thing's only ever moved down. Got so many charts now. Near Protocol. Someone wanted to look at Near earlier. Nice little back test here. Blasted through $2 resistance. Might be seeing this tested as support on the day. Next upside target would be 288. If you lose $2, you could come back down on, say, a weekly time frame to look at 172. That would be likely a pretty interesting place to look for a position because, again, it's on that descending trend. It's right where support is. That could be a pretty fancy play. I like that. I like that. We just looked at Near. 2 nears. Double near. Very near. Audio, we didn't look at this too much. Looks like it's out of sustaining trend line. It's broken it. I'm looking January, late January for 31 cents. Rejecting from this trend line puts us down into macro support. That's at 10, let's say 10.09 to 11.1. That'd be macro historical support down here. Below that, you got nothing. So God help audio if it trades below. That'll be bad. I'll put an alert here. Moving on. VET. VeChain. People were looking at VeChain earlier. We got it. Let's see. Upside target on VeChain looking for 269. The path it will take to get there, I do not know. We do have a very similar setup to many of these charts where we have a resistance level, a distribution level. This was support long ago, so it's a very historical point in the chart. It was distribution, was resistance, rejected, and we've retaken it. So the smart play, in my opinion, is to look for that resistance to be tested as support and then target the support higher, or the resistance higher. 269. I don't know how that's going to go. It could just go straight up, but this would be a much more confident entry for me, in my opinion. VET looking good, but I do want to see it. It really needs to get to that 260. Really needs to get to that 269. If it rejects there, the ideal would be a bump and run off of this descending trend. You got too many lines now. That would be the ideal to see this. But I don't know, man. I don't know the path it's going to take. But VET looks pretty dang good. I'll take it. Let's see, PYR, has anything happened here? PYR just returned to the 0.5618 area. Not bad. Resistance above 460, support below 317. He did test it on the day, but the next day I don't usually have confidence in back tests of trend lines like that or horizontals like that. You've reached the 618. You're chilling. This could just continue up, or I would be looking for 317. That would be a more confident area. When you're up like this in space, I mean, betting up is very risky. The upside is limited and the downside is expanded. So personally, I'd probably look to short it to support and then long it to resistance. Boom. We're going shotgun style. I'm just going to go through all these quick. TWT. This was a very, very spicy chart. We placed a long theoretical 136. It has not filled. It may not fill, but I'm pretty confident in 383. This reminds me so much. I don't know if you're still here, Chaos Steve. This reminds me so much. This is a weekly time frame of Crow at like 15 cents maybe before it blasted off in 21. You have that huge weekly flat top ascending low pattern. The only other one I think I've ever seen do this was Crow. Like, we're talking, this is January all the way to November. This is almost 2 years of a higher low flat top. And the beauty of it is, it's already come back. It's already come back to that flat top, 136. I don't own any of this. I don't know. I probably won't ever. But the beauty of it's already come back to it. So your invalidation is very easily picked out. And your upside target can only be found by using your Fibonacci extension. There is no upside target that exists because it's only ever traded briefly. You could say, okay, the weekly high, this could be a good target, 264. But to look higher for measured moves, probably look at like $6, something like that. Looking good. TWT. Let's go to the next one. Waves. I'm not going to spend time on because it look like moved. Oh, that's a huge wick today. Maybe it should. $3.20. This is the gosh darn wickiest chart I've ever seen. Lux Algo looking for 360 to $4 above his next resistance. I don't know, man. I've been wrong about this. This thing had these top wicks. It was really threatening, and it just doesn't seem to matter. Maybe I'm using the wrong... Yeah, I'm using Bittrex. Maybe that's why. I might have to make a new waves chart. FTM. Someone wanted FTM earlier. Here you go. Here you are. I guess we looked at it last week. On course. Look at this. This is the weekly. We have a left shoulder, a head, a right shoulder, and we even have the neckline. That's all at 27.2 cents. To complete an inverse head and shoulders, we only need one more element, and that would be a back test of the neckline. So we, in the last stream, looked to set potentially along here. We did use the bottom because our upside target's so high of the inverse head and shoulders. Typically, you would use the right shoulder, and that'd be at 19 cents, and you would target the next upside resistance. That'd be like 75, 74 cents. I don't know why this is up so high. I'm gonna make this a little cleaner. There you go. Just like that. What I could see on top of this, which is really cool, is we might even be seeing a fractal of a bigger inverse head and shoulders. We have a tiny inverse head and shoulders here on the weekly, so it's still big, in a bigger one. And maybe that resolves like this. Boom. This would make a very pretty pattern. Support below you, potential entry, 27.2. Below that, 19. And above, what? You got 38 and 74 cents. Cool. Cool. Let's keep moving. Dot. Boom. Boom. Dot traded up to $6.50. $6.50. We were skeptical at 5 because the rest of the market was skeptical of everything at 5. Blasted through to the next resistance. You know, if we're in a bull run, I would expect this back test to be skipped. But $5 is probably a good entry. Really, probably a good entry. Could do something like that. Next resistance above you is 742 and 420 support at your low. I just don't love DOT. I don't know. What do you guys like DOT? Why do you like DOT? Let me know. Not a criticism. GMT, I'm not looking at you. You're boring. No one cares about you. ANKR. Nothing has changed there. Looking for 2.7 cents. You got 1.48 below as support. I don't see a lot of change there. Might look for a position at 2 cents. I don't know, it might be random. We'll see. I have my alert set. I don't see anything new there. AVAX, our trade. Let's see how it's going. Going hot. I don't know why we chose this as the take profit. I keep seeing that where I have the take profit high above the resistance. The trading view has problems. When you have it on logarithmic with these things, it'll just randomly move them sometimes. It's weird. It does look like AVAX broke out of its descending wedge, which is very bullish thing for the rest of the space because there's a lot of descending wedges. Currently, up against resistance at 1699. This looks pretty good. I'm not sure where I would draw the next resistance from. But just kind of eyeing it right here. I see a lot of interaction here at 2362. I think if it can retake this high, if it can get back above 17, close it daily, 2362 is probably where I'd be looking next. Although I just eyed it, that might not be a real thing. If we don't see this high exceeded, we're looking for a pullback. Now, we could look to, again, that same kind of consolidation before the drop that we've seen on a lot of charts. That would probably put it at like 1350. If you're feeling adventurous and think you can get back in at 12, a patient trader may be rewarded there. This trade doing pretty good. It was in the red briefly, but currently it's up 40%. 40% win so far. Honestly, if I had taken this trade, I probably would just close it, man. 40%, especially if it was on any leverage. I would just take my money. You might get that full 76%, but likely it'll take time. I would take it. Not financial advice, just saying what I would do if I took it, which I did not. QNT. I placed this on the last stream and said, man, I wouldn't do this, but this is just what we have to do. We look potentially to short the breakout of this triangle, but saying that was very low confidence. It does look like QNT is heading back to this zone up here, 152 above that 175. Likely liquidity there. And what I like about this move is a while ago we were looking for a head and shoulders pattern to play out. It was looking very head and shouldersy with this lower high. What I like about this move is if it makes it back up there, it does begin to kind of look like a triangle, doesn't it? Now it's a little sketchy, but you have each one of your lows ascending and there's like no deviation. So if you can make it back here, it's very likely you're going to start painting a flat top pattern. Very likely. There may be an entry at that short. Maybe an entry at that short. So we're only looking for higher lows really. So you easily could see that. You easily could see a position taken from that symmetrical triangle. I don't have much other thoughts on QNT. Just rock and roll, make it to 152. Hopefully I own some of you. Monero. I love Monero. This sucks. Monero was beasting. Just straight up beasting against Bitcoin in value. Just silently beasting since the beginning of 2022. Literally since the beginning of 2022, just beasting up. It hit, you can't make this shit up. It hit a historical horizontal, of which I have none placed above 0.9. There's 0.09. Savage rejection. However, man, this is dumping while we look at it. 0.075 strong support. This would actually be pretty in line with what we've seen. This gradient up. I hope it can hold on. I love Monero. I don't want to see it get wrecked versus Bitcoin. That's a pretty savage reversal. I'm gonna guess Maybe the weekly's following the TA. Maybe we're looking to backtest that high trend. Monero, not as spicy as I thought with their recent loss against BTC. It did trade up to 185 last week. You do have support at 165. Maybe it's too early to call. Too early to call, but I'll keep you updated on Monero. Don't you forget. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. I never forget. Because of alerts. XRP. No, this is Nano. We will look at XRP. Because I know there's people here who tune in every day just to hear about XRP. Ripple, Ripple, XRP, XRP, Ripple, Ripple. Ripple, Ripple, Ripple. Flare drop. Flare drop. Did anybody in here get their flare drop? Anybody? I don't even remember where my XRP was at the time. So, I don't know, it's somewhere. I got it somewhere. XRP, we took 2 longs. This one got stopped out, but it was the right play. Our stop was wrong. We looked to take a very sneaky long again, 36.8. We haven't gotten 41.7 yet. We've moved higher. Kind of looks like daily's just consolidating. I think it's moving towards 41.7. Money flow is a little sketch. A little sketch, actually. If the money flow continues to look sketch, maybe we get a higher high in a backtest again. Maybe another chance to enter this position. But I think 41.7 is like very much coming. Very much coming for Ripple. Ripple seems to move very slow. Seems to move very, very slow. But it's coming. Not a lot of change, not a lot of update there. Nano. Battling with the 200 daily, just as the last stream. Very powerful daily moving average setup here. Close a candle. Close a single candle above that 200 week or 200 daily. Now you're going to 160. Just a single one. You have the 20, the 50, the 100, and the 200 very close together, very coiled, especially down here at 7.70 cents. What this tells me is, well, this is probably a bad idea. I wouldn't take this trade, but there is some logic behind it. You have an invalidation. Your invalidation is, well, if I lose all these daily moving averages, probably not an uptrend. I don't like it because you're longing at the top of a string of green candles. Your upside target's big, but this also is like marketable. Like that's the price it's at now. I don't have alerts. Setting alerts and we're moving on. I promise you in the next live stream, we're not going to do this many charts. Harmony 1. Rejected by the 200 daily, just as we were looking at, just as we were predicting in the last live stream. I'm looking for it to flag out. This is definitely hypothetical, but I'm looking for it potentially to flag out and bounce off of reject from the 200, find support at the 100 until the 50 and 20 cross. I think that will likely be the signal to move to the upside. I think you got like a 3-cent target to the upside in Harmony 1. Thanks for all the TA. Thanks for being here, Blue Skies. I only do this because you guys are here. Ocean. Actually, I'll look at Ocean only because we didn't get stopped out. Ocean hit resistance, and like good traders, we look to take a short at resistance, not a long. We almost got stopped out. We may still get stopped out. This downside target's probably too generous. Currently just under a little bit. Definitely see a broadening pattern playing out here, which is good. Broadening patterns like this after we move down tend to break to the upside. It's a little janky, and that's again because we're on Bittrex. The moral of this stream is I shouldn't use Bittrex anymore. I'm a dinosaur. It just has long histories. I love it. These wicks are almost certainly only on Bittrex because they have no volume. But I like this broadening pattern. I would look for a break again of 28.6 and maybe a back test, because these broadening patterns we do tend to see kind of bump and run out. They do this. In the reverse, if this was a move up into this broadening pattern, typically we look for the opposite. Whew. It's like a marathon of streams. We already looked at Ethereum Classic. It's a marathon of charts. We already looked at waves. Look how many charts I have. AAVE, I love it. Let's get rid of a bunch of these circlings. I did too much circling. I was looking for the same play on AAVE only because it's ripped so hard. Originally, when we first looked at it, we said, oh, if it closes above the 50 daily, We're looking for 67 bucks. Well, that happened really, really fast. Blasted through the 100 daily. Didn't even take a breath. Then went right to the 200, and we said, okay, this has got to be, like, it's got to need a breather here, right? And so we're looking for a similar thing we're looking to on Harmony 1, where I was looking basically to reject from here, test the 100, maybe flag out and break up. The chart had different plans. Our theoretical short was stopped. We don't have a higher high actually versus that, but we do have resistance above at 84.88. Probably should have done that, right? Well, hindsight is always great. Luckily, we did get at least one long here from the 100 to the 200, despite getting stopped out on two shorties. Is that overall in profit? Minus 3.8, minus 8. Slightly. If all three of these trades were taken, slightly in profit still by that long. That's why we like the 3-to-1 kind of risk to reward setups. But AAVE has showed no chill, so 85 bucks looking pretty likely. Looking pretty likely there. $85. Okay, so it's not only a resistance, but it's also the 7. I just got sidetracked. 786 retracement. That's a deep retracement. And typically when markets do this deep retracement, they are looking, not right away, but they are looking to retest the one line or the origin. It usually shows the market has kind of succumb to the trend. A break of 85 will be very spicy for AAVE. Very, very spicy. You can start setting some very high targets if you get that break. Not going to say 200 yet, but 200 is not crazy pants. Okay, here's our more recent mana chart. I guess we looked at mana, this one has our trade kind of theory on it. Same play. If you've noticed, the same curve. All of these may miss at once. They all may hit at once. But this is what I think to be the smarter play. People are FOMOing. I don't think buying long at the top of the string is the choice ever. I think it's always better to either do nothing, which is probably the right choice now, or to look to take a short-term, short position to support. Support for mana is going to be 58 cents. I think if we got a back test and it holds, $1.67 for mana is not crazy. That's a 3x. It's 200% gain. Let that sink in. We're getting a little ahead of ourselves. Can't be FOMOing. We got to fight the FOMO. Did Bitcoin move at all? Bitcoin just chilling in our little racetrack here, in our descending parallel channel. That's boring. I'd hope it was looking so freaking strong, man. We have lost a little bit of that sexiness, a little bit of that strength. Not a ton of it, but we've lost a little bit. We saw the twist of momentum trend up. Here, here, here. Now momentum has moved down below that low, so it isn't holding that insanity, unsustainable move to infinity, unfortunately. What I would like to see, though, is preferably hold at the 0 line, maybe make a slightly higher low than back here. It's definitely not ugly yet, but it is not the gorgeousness it was earlier. A higher high on money flow in the 5-minute could change that. A higher high on the money flow. If we start, it is trending up still, and VWAP is suggesting it's going to continue to trend up in the short term. If we do see momentum roll over here from that, and money flow hits a higher high, I would then again look for a higher high on momentum. I would look to see this trend continue. Let's see if we can find an invalidation. I would say significantly falling out of this parallel channel would be invalidating. Let's say below 21,164. This is a good pattern though. Like to move up like this and then to enter this channel is actually a very solid pattern, because what we get in a descending channel is a higher probabilistic edge to break to the upside. It can remain coiled in this channel, and it can really trend down for any amount of time. I think if we wanted max strength, though, it would kind of rain a parade on what we saw earlier in the stream. Max strength would probably to continue this down back to what was resistance tested as support, and pop. That would be structurally very good, but kind of would wreck a little bit of what we're seeing on the lower time frames. So I'm gonna hope that we see this resolve earlier. They don't have to go very far. Like, this simple act of having parallel lower highs and lower lows makes it a parallel descending channel with a higher probability of breaking to the upside. That's it. Dodgy candle on the 1 minute crypto surf. That don't look too bad. Look too bad. Like a Bitcoin Bitstamp. Bitstamp 5200 crossed already. Are you sure? Are you sure you're not looking at EMAs? You might be looking at EMAs. But sure, why not? I'm curious. If Bitstamp really did do that cross already, that would be very interesting. Because that's very far ahead. Very far ahead. Nope. Negative Ghost Rider. On the day, nope. On the week, nope. You're probably looking at EMAs. Good eye though. Keep looking. Keep those brains open. Keep those thoughts flowing. Keep them flowing. Adam. George. I'll pull it up. Pull it up. Why not? Here's how I get roped into streaming for 10 hours every day, though. It's like, I just keep saying, okay, we'll pull that one up. We'll pull up that one. Nice. Nice. Actually, we did need to look at Adam. Adam has made some moves. Did I alert there? They're good. I have an alert at 14.3. That's my next upside target for Adam. It does look like 11 got blasted through. Handy dandy. You're past your 618 retracement. Man, we just slayed the bottom on this. Slayed it. $14.30. $14.30. It already looks like you're back testing like 12.15. $14.30 would be my upside target. You really don't want to see it retrace more because then you get that bearish divergence painting out. I'd prefer not to see it move back to like 11. Here we go. It's kind of like top of the wedge too. I like it. I like it. I also like having Bitcoin zoomed into this channel because it looks so pretty. Uni is not breaking out. Connor Anderson. What's up, Connor Anderson? How you doing, man? Fixie Hartman. We looked at DOT. By the way, guys, if you're new here, make sure you join the Discord. Make sure you've liked and subscribed and shared the stream. But if you're new here, after the live, immediately after the live, I will upload timestamps. So if you want to see DOT, we went over DOT. You'll be able to go back and just look at the things you want to look at. They'll be, give it like 5 minutes, but they'll be uploaded almost instantly. RSI on the 15 tanked Excision. By the way, or Accession. Dang it, I thought it was Excision. I was like, Excision's awesome. I love Excision. Throw your X up. I like my rhythm. RSI on the 15 tanked. Not really. Not especially. Honestly, RSI above 50 like above 50 in an uptrend is bullish, and below 50 in downtrend is bearish. Really, like even if it goes like down to 50, honestly, even if it goes in the totally other direction and goes to the overbought or oversold on the other side, that's not that bad. You want to see it trending above 50 though. You can see like most of this RSI is above 50 on the 15 minute. On the 5 minute, only recently is most of it above 50. That's where we got this move. There's a lot of nuance, a lot of finesse to RSI. Probably because it's one of the most commonly used indicators, and so maybe like a standard or default use or view of it is probably the most targeted. One of the most targeted for like manipulation and stuff. Should we do it this way? I guess we're just chilling in this freaking thing now. Is this our whole life? We're just going to be here forever? We're just going to be here forever now, guys. That's the answer. Up or down, just channel. Discord link should be in the video description. I might have deleted it accidentally. Crap. Well, I keep putting it in the live chat. It's discord.gg/tomcrown. That invite will always work. You know what? I missed ADA. I can look at ADA just for you and everyone else. I didn't look at Gala either. Somehow I must have closed Gala. This is what I get. This is what I get for having too many charts. Too many charts. I'll pull up Gala. I don't know how many more charts we're going to do after Gala and ADA, though. Test. We looked at Crow. We already did. Full in-depth analysis. Full in-depths. No, our Gala, our short, was stopped. But that's okay, because number is going up. Number go up. Lux Algo showing us the active order block data, not lagging real order block data. Gala 5 cents and change, right there, 318 million. More concerning to me is above that. So let's say 7 cents, 8.4 cents. We see much larger orders. Much larger orders. So this can be taken in two ways. One, you can say, oh, there's a lot of sellers there. That could be bad, right? That's fair. But what I think the more in tune trader would say is, looking at this, we see our low. Our order block data is showing 700 million off this low. It's showing 680 million, showing 780 million on the high, 885 million on slightly higher high. What I read as a seasoned trader is that there's more liquidity up than there is down. We're looking for the short simply because we don't like too long, big green candles. It was a practical play. It got stopped out. I like this. These big green bodied candles and then followed by these small doji reds. To me, this is showing the selling response is being overpowered by the buying response. The buyers are making more ground than the sellers. Money flow finally looking to roll over. Gala does look really good. Really, really good. It could be turning 0.47 cents from resistance back to support here on a close today above that. And then what I'd be looking for, honestly, is tomorrow on Gala. So if you get a close above 0.72 cents, I would look tomorrow for a bullish engulf on the day to paint out a 3 rising methods. We don't get them often in crypto. It is a very bullish candlestick pattern, especially on the daily, but there's a lot of validation, invalidation there. You need to see a close above here, and then the next day has to trade above 5.1 cents and then close. And then you're probably cleared up to that 7 cent mark. Gala looks pretty good. Just a classy flex. I randomly bought $100 worth of Gala at 1.6 cents. If I bought the bottom randomly, I'll laugh. I'll laugh at everyone. Everybody. ADA remarkably made it past 31.1. We have 41.6 as our next upside target. Looking to potentially go long from that 31.1. Kind of playing with the back test of that descending wedge, well, descending trend from the big wedge that it was falling in. That was resistance. Tested as support would make sense. But if we don't get that lucky, 420 cents. 420 cents. Next upside target. We had a trade here that hit. So I think maybe it's on a different ADA chart. ADA though, looking good, man. I wasn't convinced it would make it past 31.1. To retake 41.6 or 42 would set this chart up to be phenomenal. This is the macro right now resistance. This is where it consolidated for like a year. It was a previous point of traded interest as well in the previous all-time high. We were looking for it to break down because it had descending highs and a flat bottom. It did. It bottomed out really randomly. It didn't hit 20 cents. We were looking for 20, didn't hit it. And honestly, you see this arrow. What I was looking for is just a move back to the top of this wedge, hit that previous support, test it as resistance, and to fall finally to that target. It didn't happen. It pushed up through. and it's held those gains. So it's looking and performing with a much different rhythm. Much different rhythm than it was previously. Test it. Cool. Hey, here we go. Like I said, it doesn't have to go all the way down this channel. Potentially Bitcoin on the 1 minute, so get your crack pipes out, trade in the 1 minute. It looks like it has invalidated this descending channel. You know, it actually looks much cleaner. Ooh, crap. It actually looks much cleaner this way. I like that better. And there we go. This is what we were looking. This is what we literally, man. I can't make this up. It's wild how many in-stream calls we've made recently that have happened while we're live. We're looking for a little bit of a high or low here above the 0 on momentum. VWAP's coming up. Momentum's pinched. We saw the break of this descending channel. This is all we need now. We just need to break our high for a nice little measured move. It doesn't really line up with our other measured moves, does it? That's because this is much smaller. Fib agreement. Hopefully we get some. Nah, still looking for the same targets. These could be very short term if we see it just kind of pop. I like it. Resolving the parallel channel to the upside right on cue with the probabilistic edge. This is trading. Rick says hype, Rick. Is that a blunt? It's going to be after the show, man. Let's go. Does it want to make a move? It'd be really good to make a move now because we've been live again for 2 hours like I promised we wouldn't. Can I look at TWT? Riri. I know there's always new people coming, so people are always going to ask this indefinitely. And we got 800, 900 viewers today live, so there's going to be new people. If you're live, subscribe and join our Discord. We're live here every other day, dropping alpha, doing millions and jillions of charts, looking at what you guys want to look at. But to specifically comment on TWT, I think that's Trust Wallet. We did look at it in this stream, along with many other coins. Many other. VRA, AVAX, AAVE, Gala, ICP, like I can't even name them all. We've done dozens. In fact, we shouldn't do any more because we're going to run out of room to timestamp. But if you're new and you want to look at something, odds are that we did look at it today. We looked at pretty much all the trending stuff. This stream will have timestamps on it within minutes of it ending. So if you missed a part of it, like TWT, just refresh once it's over, go to the timestamp. Give me like a minute or two to put them up, but like very quickly after. Great time to shout out Bybit. Bybit is the #1 derivatives crypto leverage trading platform. You guys, I don't like to push leverage. It is not needed. However, I understand that I've never convinced anyone not to use it, and I've started using it myself. If you're going to use leverage, sign up using my link. It supports the channel. We don't take money to shill coins here. We don't allow, we don't let people pay us money to say good things about their charts or their price. We don't have any compromisation. We're not compromised. We are true. And so by signing up using our links, you support the channel. We're not trying to sell you anything. There's no courses. All of our content's free. Pinned to the top of the chat is all of our newest short educational content. It's all free, no bias, no conflict of interest. And all you have to do, you're going to be using these sites anyway, sign up using my link. That's it. That's honest. So you know, I do make a % of the commission when you use my link that you generate as an account there. Think of it this way. Ooh, nice. Great timing to say this. Boom, baby. That's a big 1 minute candle. That parallel channel playing out. Think of it this way, though. You're going to get either discounted trading fees or bonuses using my link that you wouldn't if you signed up without it. But more importantly, you're not going to be paying more. You're using these things anyway. And instead of all that money going to the exchange, some of it comes to our channel to keep our lights on during the bear market, during the downtime. So I appreciate everybody who has used our links to sign up. Like, it does mean a lot. It is how we're able to remain unbiased, unbought. I get DMs every day. Holy crap. I get DMs every day on Twitter about how much to chill this, that. And I just always say, my channel's not for sale. Because it's not. And it never will be. So this is a pretty spicy 1 minute candle. This is looking like a ooh, must drop my drink. Looking like a whipsaw. We had, and this is 1 minute. So these are much smaller than they appear, but they're still pretty substantial. 0.5% move to the upside in 1 minute. And now we've seen a 0.8% move to the downside in 1 minute. That's pretty volatile. Pretty volatile. I would like to see, and we're going to have to switch off the one. I would like to see the top of this trend hold. So maybe this 5 minute candle, although it's not looking like it. I'd like to see the top trend hold. The middle of the trend right here, which is like the 5 minute local support. This could hold, and that could be good too. But losing the bottom of this channel, and we are heading for farther downside. We're very zoomed in, so please don't freak out. Don't, I don't know, make crazy moves or something because of this. If we zoom out, we see nothing's really happened. That is the jinx of low time frames. And we don't actually get, we don't get it here. We don't get that measured move back to support. It's weird. Usually you'll see that lining up. It's within, I don't know, $60 difference. So we'll just do it this way. If we do see the bottom of this channel lost, right here is likely where I would look to find support. It's your measured move from the breakdown. It's your 618 retracement from your high to your low. You break your low. Oh, no, it only goes to here. You're looking there. Holding the bottom of this trend line, though, I'm going to be pretty convinced that it's just looking to backtest, bump, and run because of the strength we've seen on low time frames. I'm going to take a picture of this and put it in the Discord. Another great reason to join the Discord. I do update, not like religiously, but I do post updates there to live streams after. So I'm going to get rid of this now. Because it does look like maybe we're potentially, potato-chilly. It's not really a retracement of any kind, is it? Deep retracement. It does look like maybe this 5 minute local's holding on there. We got the pinch. We got the pinch we wanted. I'm just not convinced, man. We have a higher VWAP high on the 5. I'm not convinced by that. I think we hold the bottom of that trend at least. I think it's just doing that. Please don't reject from here. Please don't reject from right there. Keep going. Keep going. Don't reject from right there. Keep going. We're so zoomed in. Holy moly. All right, we've been live way longer than I thought. Way longer than I wanted. It's because I love you guys. You guys keep coming at me with awesome questions. You guys want to look at awesome charts that I'm not even looking at. Like, I love it. I love that things are moving again. I love the energy in the space. I love that people are returning. I had a really, what I thought was a very good, well-spoken heart-to-heart about Bitcoin in the beginning of this episode. I highly recommend if you guys weren't here for that, wait for the stream to be over, refresh it, go to the timestamp. I think it was good. Let me know in the comments. We're doing something new. If we didn't get to your chart today, because we looked at a lot, but if we didn't get to your chart that you wanted to see, after the live, comment on the post live. Hashtag whatever ticker it is. If we didn't look at Ethereum today. So if you wanted to see Ethereum, just comment hashtag Ethereum after the live is over. No. After the live is over, and we're going to be using that to kind of gauge what we want to look in the next episode. It'll make it more likely that your coin does get hit. I don't want to kind of ignore people. I know you guys are in here a lot asking, and I don't read the chat the whole time because I'm in the zone doing TA for you. It's all for you guys. But yeah, leave a comment after the live stream. Jump in the Discord. Make sure you've liked and subscribed. Check out the links in the video description below. You know the jam. Definitely, last thing. Definitely. Check out crownanalysis.com if you haven't yet. This is our newest project. It is a blog with market articles Doesn't have to be about crypto. It can be about anything, market, business, finance, econ, anything. We are looking for writers still, and we will be. If you want to write and have your writing published on those, doesn't have to be technical even. It can, as long as it's written pretty well. Like, I don't know, if you could pass it for a high school paper, we'll probably publish it. Message me on the Discord, and I'll set you up. What's an order block? What's an order block? Razor, there you go. There's your playlist. In that playlist, there is a video on order blocks. Watch that playlist. Everyone. After live. Anyway. Classic. Love you guys. NBF Forum, how you doing, man? This guy says 10x on Qcoin CTI. Why? Maybe. Illuminati or Kill Illuminati. What's up, man? Chemo and Crypto. Haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you, bro. Earth's Originals, SP, Jerry, Crypto Trading Blockchain, IVO Tash, Jason, Accession. Loading name, Andrew. Everyone else that I missed, guys. Sorry if I missed you. Great stream again. We've had back-to-back-to-back great streams. Lots of fire in this one. Can't wait to upload the timestamps. We'll be live again, I believe, on the 18th, every other day. We've been holding on to that. We had a new short published yesterday. We're going to be publishing a new short tomorrow. Bookmark that playlist. Stay up to date. Make sure you like them, watch them through. Comment if you want. Comment on this live stream after with the ticker of the coins we didn't get to. That's all. You can follow me on Twitter too. Link to the Discord in the chat.